Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Ruthie and we are getting ready to make dinner. We are in the process of doing a freezer clean out. So everything you see here, it was in our freezer. We are trying to get stuff out of the freezer and you just use what we have in our freezers. We're going to get ready to start cooking this and make a good Asian dinner tonight. So the first thing I'm starting to cook is the rice and some. I think that's the easiest one of all, but they're all pretty easy. They take no more than 15 minutes each, and that's saying a lot. I think that's a little bit more time than what it did take, but yeah, everything was done within 30 minutes. All that you see that we're doing here was like a 30-minute process, and we had our daughter and her family over, so this came out great. It was just enough food for everybody, and then we got to clean out our freezers. So I made a sauce for this real quick. It's just soy sauce, sesame oil. I think there's a couple other things I don't remember. Just to amp up the rice a little bit. But you don't have to do that. But if you want to, yeah. I always try to improve some of these packaged food items to make them more tastier. So I'm just gonna let the sauce and this cook for a few minutes so it can absorb, and it will be done in a jiffy. So the rice is done. I'm just gonna give it a final stir, but it is done. And we're gonna now move on to our next dish, which is the chicken teriyaki. And this one came with a package, which I did take out. Didn't know they put two packages in. Um, but I used the first one I had pulled. I used it, and then I put in some of our we had made a cabbage stir fry sauce, and we had extra. So I'm again from the freezer. I added some of that with this sauce, and it was just wonderful. So these are frozen, of course, because they just came out the freezer. But I'm gonna put the lid on and at least no more than 5 minutes, just so they can steam a little bit and defrost. And I'm gonna keep moving it around because I am cooking it like on a medium low heat, and I don't want it to burn or anything. So I'm just gonna keep stirring until it's time to put in the sauce. And here's the sauce. And like I said, I did add something else to the sauce, so it was good. All the food was good. I'm gonna give this another mix. Make sure everything is coated with the sauce and let it cook for maybe another 5 minutes or so. And this dish will be done as well. And it's smelling really good in the kitchen. This, it's not takeout, but this is very close to takeout. So if you can't afford takeout, I would do it this way. So we're on to the next dish, which is the chicken lo mein. Now this one was quite frozen. You can see big clumps. I am going to put the lid on to let this defrost for a few minutes. This one I did not add nothing to it. It was just what the package was, and it was really good. So this is something I would probably buy again if I feel like having Asian food and don't want to make it myself. So put the lid on just so it could defrost, and there it is defrosted. You can see I'm just keep stirring it to make sure that all of the sauce is getting mixed in well with the noodles and stuff. But this one here was like the best of all of them. This was really good. And then we're on to the pot stickers. Now, the pot stickers, I tried doing it the way you're supposed to steam them with the water, the oil, and all that stuff. It did not work out very well for me, but I was going along with the process. And then you'll see that there were some issues with this process. So I could have been using the wrong pan, or maybe I put too much water, but I did something wrong, obviously, because the water is gone here because I had to empty out water, which you're not supposed to do. It should just automatically evaporate, and then you're supposed to be able to turn them over, and the frying process would start. But that didn't work out. So we went over to the trusty air fryer. We threw them into the air fryer along with the egg rolls, and we cooked them for a few minutes, and that was it. Dinner is done. So this is our freezer clean out meal. It came out wonderful. Didn't need to spend $120 on it. It was under under 50. I hope you enjoy, and I will talk to you in the next one.